Welcome back to another episode of the Steebee Weebee Show. Hi, Stan. We have a very special episode because it's not only our first female guest, it's our first couple. Chris Reeve and Heather Leather. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for having
All
us.
right.
Thanks for having us.
I have to do this, but...
Oh my gosh, you know what's going to happen when you do that, right?
Wait. But just let me do it one. Let me just get it over with. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hey,
There's too many to count
seriously,
there.
I'll die. If you don't let me do this, I'm going to die tonight.
You're not
want me
going to
to
die.
die tonight?
How many times
There's
have
a
we done
raccoon
this
out
and you
there.
never died?
Okay, so
See?
hold up. Let me
See?
just get... Do you want to make this smooth? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
Okay, all right. Just this once.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay, so just a little backstory on that little thing that we do. We did that throughout both tours,
We did.
and we were going back and forth. It was war.
It was war.
We'd be at the dinner table, and I would go 1, 2, 3. It's so a little bit of OCD thing that we did
A
on
little
tour.
bit.
Because I told her, I go, if you don't let me do this, I'm gonna get hit by a car, or I'm gonna die in my sleep tonight,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. How you doing there, Chris?
I'm good.
I'm so glad.
Are you okay now?
I'm okay.
You got it?
I'm okay. You guys just got back from Australia.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, how was that?
It was amazing. It was my first time going, actually.
You met his parents?
My whole family. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long you guys been together? Like, this is building up.
Almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 years in May.
It was a week ago, 2 years since our first kiss.
He's counting. It's so cute.
You remember the first kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Was it on tour?
It was.
It was on a filter tour?
It was.
Was it on the tour bus?
It wasn't. No.
Just to let you guys know, these two are in Filter. They're band members listed. I looked it up on Wikipedia.
It's true because it's on Wikipedia.
It's on Wikipedia. And so, because Filter, that's a big-ass band, isn't it? I mean,
They've done some cool stuff.
I mean, one of their videos, 5.7 million hits or something.
Cool.
Yeah, and they've been together since 1993.
Yeah. Post 9 Inch Nails. Wow. Yep.
We were in like elementary school.
Now, what was that process like getting into? How'd you guys meet Filter, and what was that? Do you have to audition or?
Neither of us auditioned, did we? No. Yours was a mutual friend.
Yep.
Which one?
Nicole.
Oh, Nicole Fiorentino, who played bass for Smashing Pumpkins.
I love Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Siamese Dream.
Yeah, she
Damn
actually.
good album.
She was the bass player they were interested in hiring, and she was busy with her band, The Cold and the Lovely, at the time. And so she had them get in touch with me, and I guess they went on YouTube and checked out a video that I'd played on, which is like some video that I actually like hate. But they're like, yeah, we thought you played great, and we want you to join the band. And next
And
thing,
then when did Chris get involved with that?
It's at the same time because they needed all new band members all at the same time, all for different reasons.
Oh, okay.
And mine was from a mutual friend as well, but with Jeff Friedel. He was their old drummer. Wow. And I got a call. It actually came from him 6 months before I got the gig.
Wow.
And then 6 months later, another friend of mine from Perth met Richard. And then
Perth is, if people don't know, it's in Australia. It's
Yep.
a city.
West Coast,
West Coast, Australia.
on the other side of Sydney.
Is that by Melbourne?
Other side.
Other side.
Yeah, there's everything, and then there's Perth on this
Okay.
side.
I've been there a long time ago on a tennis tour. Steve Fergal's Tennis Academy.
Nice.
awesome.
Oh my
And we went
god.
over there.
It's like a hidden talent.
And I remember it was a great. I vaguely remember it, but I remember I got whooped because they had clay courts out there.
They do. Yeah.
So I didn't know how to play on a clay court. It's
really bouncy.
6-0, 6-0. Yeah, he just schooled me. Yeah. So to all you Australian tennis players, good for you. You're good. So okay. So how long were you out in Australia?
It was only a week.
No, his parents loved you, right?
Yeah, I'd actually met his mom and stepdad and brother last year. They'd come to the States and joined up with us at the end of our tour. It was my first time meeting his dad and stepmom. No, I was like so excited because we'd already like FaceTime with his family a bunch of times. So I feel like
They love
your
her.
folks loved
we
her.
already like loved each other before we
loved her, right?
They loved it. My whole family.
The whole family.
Whole family loved it. Yeah.
I even got to meet his grandparents. Yeah.
Now you like kick it with kangaroos and stuff.
Yeah, it was amazing. I got to hold this like little like baby kangaroo. It was so cute. Her name was Mary.
Are there kangaroos everywhere out there?
Yeah. Not in the city.
Not in the city, but are you in the country?
Nah, Perth is a city.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get an hour or two out, yep, kangaroos everywhere. We went and saw one on our first day in Australia.
And you held one?
Yeah.
You held
Yeah.
a baby kangaroo.
I did. It was a friend's, his dad's friend's pet. Actually, it was a pet kangaroo. They'd rescued.
Is that a common thing out there in Australia?
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
What is she'll be right, mate? Well, hold up. When I was out there, they go fair income.
Fair income.
What does that mean?
That means like, yes, it's true.
Yeah, fair income, mate.
Yeah.
All right. So you learn something every day.
Fair
I
income.
know 2 Australian terms.
G'day. She'll be right. Fair income.
She'll be right. She'll be
That's
right.
a-
Fair income, mate.
That's a whole sentence.
Pretty good. There you go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk more about. I want to know about more filter stories.
You want to know like
just
how
do it.
this thing happened?
Yes, the good stuff, the meat and potatoes. So give us a little backstory. What tour, what year, and
20, the first tour that we did, 2015,
okay, where were you guys touring?
US,
What? East Coast, West Coast, Midwest?
everywhere.
Yeah, it was all.
It was a
How many different locations? How many spots?
Oh, I can't remember how many shows.
40 or
We
50.
had. It was just under 50, I think so.
Yeah, it was 6 weeks. All.
Yeah, we were touring with opening up for Coal Chamber,
Whoa.
which is pretty heavy. It was a great tour. I mean, I think there were like 4 or 5 bands. Mm-hmm. There's 5 at some point.
And then, did you have your own bunks?
At first, no, we did.
All right, let's get
No,
to
we
it.
we
I want
never.
to get to the real.
We actually, you know what?
Bunks?
Actually, that tour, we were like little angels.
Oh yeah, that's
Because we were, you know, we initially like just started off like buddies, of course,
You guys are
and
friends.
yeah.
yeah, we were just buddies. We hit it off though, and we just like ended up like sharing every meal together, and like I'd be like, okay, see you later. I'm gonna go find some food, and I don't even know how it would happen, but all of a sudden he would like come running up. I'd be like, and I was like, I'd already turned a block and another block. I don't know how he like tracked me down. Totally stalker.
Be honest, dude. Did you? Oh, you had a thing for her right at the beginning, or did it grow over time on the tour?
Well, we definitely hit it off instantly. But it grew more and more as it went on and on.
Yeah.
Because we would just hang out. Like we were bandmates first.
You felt it in your heart.
Yeah.
You did, huh?
But we also had to be professional
Yeah.
because remember, it's like wasn't just like
Yeah. So that's what we were like.
The
Just
tour
some friends
manager,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Caught some weird thing going on. They might be like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
yeah, we had to
Which
be
fun
really
enough.
careful.
So when was the night that you snuck in her bunk, or didn't you guys do like a sideways dry hump thing?
Did we do that?
A sideways dry hump.
I don't know. I thought
No.
maybe you did.
No.
Style. So
No, but we did kind of got caught making out in the back lounge. Like every bus has a back lounge, and it's usually where like our singer hangs out, and it's like his domain. That's where he chills out.
Is he a nice
before and
guy,
after
the lead
shows.
singer?
Yeah, he's
What's his name?
Richard Patrick.
He's a
We
nice
call
guy.
him Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's hilarious.
He is.
Yeah.
And he's nice to you guys.
Yeah, he loves us.
He gave us the blessing
Yeah.
because we were caught that night, and I was in panic mode. I was like,
Oh.
uh-oh. And the next day, Richard calls me into the back lounge, and he's like, so I heard there was some action in here last night. And I'm like, yeah.
And then, were you nervous?
I was terrified.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I just got
appointment, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and
You're on this-
we tried, we were professional, but then
But didn't you told me, I don't know if it, do you tell me a story where it was like some hotel room and then you locked the door?
Oh, with Umi?
that was
Yeah,
the
I want to
first
hear
kiss.
about that. Tell them about that.
That was the first kiss night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I vaguely remember you kind of told me a long time ago.
Yeah,
So
well,
tell viewers.
we get day rooms. It's not like we all get our individual rooms. So
What's a day room?
day room is we drive through the nights after shows.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a hotel room every once in a while, like every few shows, where you can actually shower,
Like
have
Holiday
like
Inn?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, nothing too fancy,
Okay.
and we would share it. So it would be like one room for the three of us. It'd be the guitar player, drummer, and bass, and there's 2 beds. So if we did stay overnight, then like sometimes like he and I would share a bed, but we were so sweet and innocent, and we would just, we would.
Just cut
We'd actually try to. No, actually, you were sleeping with Umi, but he would come over and watch movies in my bed,
Wait, like what? You just in your boxer shorts or?
like fully clothed.
Yeah, I was
pretty much.
sorry.
I was
Fully
closing
clothed.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, but our roomie, our guitar player,
yeah.
got sick and he had to go out for medication, and he and I were like,
Now's the time. Window of opportunity. Yeah.
Totally.
So
we
you
like,
locked the door?
Did the whole deadbolt thing.
Yeah.
And
Did you get naked right away?
No.
Okay.
It was just like heavy.
I'm wondering.
It was very innocent.
Yeah, it was just like, just like heavy makeout session. It wasn't crazy. But all of a sudden, knock, knock. Umi's back like early. He didn't take very long.
How long was he at CVS or wherever,
I,
or the pharmacy?
It wasn't long enough. So he got back. And
Okay, so
like,
by the time when
do
he
we
got back,
do?
where were you guys at in the sexual stuff? Were you like,
Nah, no
Oh,
way.
okay.
That didn't happen until after tour.
we actually did.
Yeah.
We did wait. Yeah.
good for you guys?
We didn't want to lose our
They're
job.
professionals, see? They don't do it on the clock.
Nothing happened. Nothing serious happened until we had blessing of the boss,
Yeah.
because he called
Now,
us.
who's
And
the boss? The lead singer?
that's Rich. Yeah.
He's the boss.
And he was not stupid. Like, everybody saw what was going on with us before
Yeah.
we even knew.
Yeah, that's true. And in fact, I was in total denial. Like you asked, like, did
Yeah.
it grow? For me, it was like we hit it off instantly, but it really was something that grew over time. You
How
know.
long were you single before?
Well, I had just gotten dumped in February, and we were on tour. We started our tour in March.
Oh, that's when.
So it was
the
really
thing-
soon
the thing I know
after,
about,
and
like,
so
the
yeah,
rela-
yeah.
okay,
My
cool.
previous
Yeah,
relationship was really fresh, and he'd just gotten out of another
So
relationship.
the timing was perfect. Yeah.
It was perfect and terrible.
Yeah, definitely that element of it's too soon. You know.
More Skittles, man.
I love some Skittles. Thanks, man.
Yeah, knock yourself out. The
I'll,
orange
I'll
ones are my
suck
favorite.
straight into the mic.
Yeah,
here.
the orange ones are my favorite. Can we transition into?
Yeah.
He did Manchi. He did a Manchi tour, like a short tour or a one-off with us, right, in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Well, I came and played a couple of songs.
And that was we opened for Diane Word.
Yep.
I remember. Can I tell you a memory I have of you? Which I knew. I'm like that. I like him. Okay, we rented a house, right?
Yeah.
So we went in the backyard, and I was spying on you. Because you were.
Was I wearing
no, not in a
was I
weird
wearing
way.
boxer
No,
shorts?
but,
He had such a man crush from the very beginning.
yeah, I always liked you, man. I always liked you. But in the back of the house, you're out looking out into the water, and but you look so serene. And I was watching. And I go, I like that guy. He's so chill.
That's really funny.
Remember, I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? Chris is a good dude.
I know. And then
You
like
remember that? You were looking out into the water, just like
he fell
you were
in love with you.
You were like meditating.
That's awesome.
You were like taking it all in. I'm like, wow, he's really chill.
That was my first time in Hawaii.
That's what it was, man. He
I was just like,
it was his
wow.
first time, and he was just
Yeah.
like really serene. No, wasn't that a weird show though? The Diane Word show a little bit.
No.
It was
I mean,
tough. I thought it was tough
why was it tough for you?
because just for you guys, out there, I didn't realize their fan base was way different than what we're doing.
Oh, you mean in that Okay, I see what you're saying.
Because it was packed, right? Wasn't it sold? It was
Yeah,
packed.
I mean, with a big band like that, you always have to go into it knowing that it's not your audience. But the thing is about Mangshi that I think we possess this very special ability.
Go ahead.
Is no matter what audience we have,
Yeah, we try.
we always get them. And it might take a couple songs to get them like, okay, like I remember looking down and being like, I know we're a weird band and this is like
So
nothing
you
you've ever
remember that
heard.
show?
Yeah.
Because I remember that's when we were spraying all that stuff on our face. And
and in the mouth too.
yeah, I was like,
That's
we had
right.
that food coloring, silver.
Yeah.
And it was based off Mad Max. You know how
Yeah,
they do
because we
that?
just.
Yeah.
But I remember looking down and seeing people like doing this and like getting into
do?
it, and yeah, totally.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Well, because you're running around and
Yeah,
you're doing
yeah,
this,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm just like this doing the thing. So I
Yeah,
looked down and I saw people getting into it. I was like, we got them. I remember it wasn't a bad show.
But halfway through the show, or like towards the end, there's just 3 or 4 girls. They were chanting "Die and Word," like
They're
kinda
just
like,
they're just diehard
So I
fans.
remember hearing that. I had to kind of talk to
Unintended.
you about that.
Yeah.
Remember I talked to you
Like
hey,
like
man,
after the show.
Yeah. Do you remember our conversation? I'm like,
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah, we were on the couches outside.
criticism or. And you just say, you told me something like that. Help me out. You like, you
Oh
just go
yeah,
on.
you gotta
just keep
play
going
through that,
on.
man. It's like if you're opening up for Metallica, there's gonna
Yeah.
be people in the audience like singing, shouting for Metallica to come out. They
Yeah.
don't really care about the opener, but you have to just blaze right through that. You have to just power on.
Now, it was weird. Wasn't it kind of weird having dinner with Ninja and?
Yeah, it was
Blondie.
super weird. I was like stoked. I was like, cool. These two,
I'm a fan, by the way. I like the
Yeah.
Enter the. I like their first shit. Was
their style's so
Yeah, it
cool.
was
And I mean, I've always thought Yolandi's like this incredibly powerful, rad woman. Like her style's so cool. And then
It was a bit
sitting,
socially awkward at the dinner table. That I don't know if you
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Because I was sitting across from her, and she was literally sideways like this. So so like I'm thinking that like who sits like that at the dinner table? It was really weird. Oh, because Muggs was there, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of Muggs too. So, but I remember thinking, wow, like she's like her body language itself was telling others like I don't want to talk
I
to you.
think she's just shy. I think she's a little bit like she's soft spoken and a little shy, But,
Yeah.
But only around people she doesn't really know, and she didn't know us,
Right? Okay, I'll give her that.
But I think
Okay.
that was really all it was. But like Ninja, on the other hand, I had a problem with because
Well,
he was so rude to me.
What did he say to you?
Oh my gosh. Well, it was actually we had a couple meals with him, but one of our meals with
wait.
him,
Well, I remember one meal was at the hotel.
the big
Yeah,
diner.
yeah.
Well, there's another one. It was like at a diner. And our party was almost separated into 2 different groups, and I was sitting
this
at
was
the
the
table.
San Francisco show. At
It
that
was a
diner.
nightmare. I was like shocked. He actually shocked me. So he's very animated. And he tells these incredible stories, and they're really captivating. But he gets really violent. And I can't do his accent, but he's like telling his story, and he like acts things out, and some of them are crazy, and he like really does a lot of this, and like the person sitting next to him kind of becomes his like guinea pig, to explain whatever it is, and like rah. I mean, he fucking held a gun to my head at some point, like really, like fucking like this, and pushed my head.
Oh, because I was sitting at a different table.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of that going
So
on.
all of a
That's in
sudden,
San
I'm getting
Francisco.
wrapped into all of these stories, and I'm just like, wow, this is really fucking intense. And it was like, but it was really engaging, and I was really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And when someone's telling a story, and you have something that like it reminds you of something that or you have something that was in common with them, like you can interject. That's a conversation, right? Instead of
Yeah.
someone just talking at you. So I had said something to him. I was like interjecting, and I thought I did it pretty politely. And he's like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. I was like,
wow.
I just started laughing because
Yeah.
it was so
Who does
random.
that way? That's kinda
And
weird.
it was
Who
like,
does that?
I was like, oh, this guy's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And then he did it again.
Didn't he do something to you?
He did it twice. Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up, motherfucker.
Chris,
I'm
what-
like,
Chris, what
fuck
did he
this
do to you?
guy.
Well, I was the puppet the next time when we were in Hawaii, I was sitting next to him. And he,
you were.
yeah.
You're on the other side
Yeah.
of the table. Yeah, of the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
And I was part of his story, and he was telling me about how he bit some person in the crowd, and he proceeded to grab my arm and bit me really hard.
And I was already really fucking mad at him from the previous
Did he have
show.
his gold fronts on?
Yeah, had his big gold teeth. He was like, ah, and I had teeth marks in my arm.
I was so fucking mad after that. I was like, what a fucking bully. Like,
So you didn't retaliate or?
I was in the same
were
sort
in
of boat.
shock,
I was in
dude.
shock, and I laughed. I'm like, who the hell bites
it
someone
is
that they
shocking
just met?
because you don't expect
Oh,
that.
that was your first time meeting him.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But you know what? I hate that it's like someone who's so fucking charismatic and like so creative and like such an amazing energy can be such a dick and get away with it, you know?
Well, I don't know. I don't understand that. I mean, I'm sure that maybe when he started getting more recognition, something shifted in his brain. Like, some people become like, it's like more ego.
I'm not down with that though.
But I noticed this. I'm not we're not trying to like talk shit, but it's
I
kinda
don't like him.
With him, it's like, I felt like it was more, he holds court. Like, it doesn't matter who's there. It's like his show. Or, because you could tell he likes telling stories and stuff. So I was like, okay. And I realized that maybe either San Francisco and then really in Hawaii. But, yeah, no hard feelings towards him. But
I think I've held a grudge.
yeah, maybe you
Yeah.
need to let that. Maybe it's just a part of his personality. And
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
never gonna get along. It's cool. I can accept that.
now, did you think we won over some Diane Word fans that night?
I don't know. I mean,
Maybe-
I think I
maybe
really felt
7.
like
Maybe
7?
I
maybe
saw
5 to
people.
7.
I saw people getting down.
It was an odd number.
Maybe 5 to 7.
I saw people getting down to it.
Yeah,
We won them over. At least,
that was a fun show, right?
yeah, it was still great.
was awesome.
Like he's still so much
Some
fun
good
on
times
stage.
in Hawaii.
Oh yeah,
How many
It's
times
great.
Dave bring us out there?
dude, it's
Shout out to
amazing.
Dave.
Amazing. Dave is
Dave, you
incredible.
treated us well. We can't thank you enough.
He's family.
Dave hooked up a great tour bus, merch. Do you think that Monchi's still gonna happen? Like, is it still alive? or
I
is it
think
dead?
that it's hibernating. I like to think of it as a hibernating bear because I think that if the right opportunity presents itself, it's something that will like reanimate like a zombie, you know?
Did you have fun at Fashion Week?
Oh, it was so great. Steve Aoki was so sweet.
He was so nice to us,
He
wasn't
was
he?
really, really sweet. Yeah. And
And,
I loved that because I didn't know what he was going to be like. I didn't know if he was going to have like a diva thing. You never know when you're
was
dealing with
nice.
a celebrity.
He was a nice
and he was
guy.
instantly just like really looked you in the eye. He's got like really pretty, like
Very grateful.
hazel brown
Very grateful
eyes.
that Dave
just very sweet.
did the art and stuff for his clothing line, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I was very grateful for that.
can I be honest with you? The whole time we're doing it, because like skaters are like dropping in, I was thinking, God, what are we doing here? I was like kind of scared. I'm like, is this the right? Are we doing the right thing?
Really?
Yeah,
No way.
it was like a library, man.
A library?
Yeah, it was silent. It
Oh,
was
right, okay.
we're sweating and we're doing it, and then it was just so weird. It was like almost like we're in a different universe.
I think you think way too hard about the audience. And
I know,
it's
I
like,
kinda
you got to
trip-
get out of that.
Yeah,
Very-
I don't know what that is.
Very
Maybe I
audience-centric.
kind of need their.
I understand that. I think it's really common for artists to really need that
A little-
feedback and like
just a
some
little something,
interaction.
just a little something, like a little.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Being audience-centric means you're being
I'm
very...
just I'm sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Because you know what it is. I'm used to like us doing cause in front of our Manchi crowd.
Yeah.
And they're like crowd surfing and getting
Yeah.
crazy, and then it's like the whole opposite end of the spectrum where we
Mm-hmm.
do some event and it's like silence across the board. I think we've got a couple. I heard a couple claps in the back.
You know, when I see someone like in their own world or on their phone or something, to me, it makes me want to rock harder. To me, it becomes more of like a fuck you, you know?
Yeah.
And I just like dig in harder and just like do the thing, you know? Because
No, have you guys dealt with any of that, like doing filter shows, like as far as dealing with a hard crowd?
We have,
I wanna hear about-
especially
about-
Europe. Europe was a tough one.
Tell me about a couple stories.
We were on the road with Combi Christ, and it's
What kind? I'm not really familiar.
Combi Christ are sort of like a what, Ramstein-ish.
yeah, really like
sort of-
dark
Yeah, industrial.
metal.
Oh, dark metal.
But like not just, it's more, it is industrial and
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, it's
they tour with Rammstein like a
Okay.
lot. So
So they got like a pretty
yeah, and
kind of following.
especially places through like Germany and France and all that, they really love that four on the floor kind of music.
Is it like when their vocal, their vocal?
Very screamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's-
Super
Oh.
screamy. Yeah. And then Filter's so like groovy and melodic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not what the Germans wanted to hear a lot of the time.
How packed was it? Was it a festival or?
Most of the shows were, 1,000, and then occasionally there'd be a couple thousand, 3,000 in some places. Like that London show was pretty big. And,
Wow.
But
So wait, when did you feel like a weird vibe?
where was it? There was a very strange one. I think it was France. Was it? Oh no, France was wicked. We had some really good shows there. It must have been some of the German shows, but we would look out in the crowd and like there'd be people just in the front row texting, like because
Yeah.
they're just waiting for Combi Christ to come
Yeah.
on. And
How does that make you feel? It doesn't. That's
Well,
not a good feeling.
I had actually just read a book. I was reading a book
Is it a
at the
spiritual
time.
book?
No,
Okay.
it's a book by Mark Schulman. He's a drummer for Pink. Awesome dude. You're the man. Thank you very much. And it's all about dealing with stage fright, of which I don't really have stage fright.
It's a
but
book specifically about stage fright.
Yeah, but
You don't have stage fright.
it applies to.
no. But I feel like, well, that's a loaded question because I feel like everyone has a little like pre-show anxiety. We all get nervous before we go on. It's how you deal with it and how you like.
Yeah.
Your
How does that
point of
translate
view.
on stage? Yeah.
I didn't mean to shift over, but I just thought of something. Can we talk about the SOB sound check? Something happened with you and the sound guy.
Oh my God, he was
So we're
such,
at SOB.
He was,
I heard about this.
oh, he was
we had to do
so
we had
rude
to
to
do
me.
the night before our sound check, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was like a straight up. It was straight
It was
up
hip-hop
like a
night.
but it was not only a hip hop night. It was like open mic, like groups. There'd be like 20 dudes on stage, only 2 dudes rapping,
Yeah.
and it was like it was a weird vibe. It was cool. It was different.
Yeah. It was,
But we had a sound check after their whole show, like at midnight.
That's crazy.
So tell me what happened. I
Well,
tried to be nice to that guy too.
the sound guy from square one, he didn't like me. Like when we were trying to load our gear onto the stage and set up, I was using their backline and I just barely put my hands on his amp, which I've been handling amps my whole life, and it was a really tiny one, or at least since I was like 11.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got that.
Yeah, I try to carry his Congo drums upstairs from the green room. So, and I wanted to be helpful, so I go, here, can I help you? And I went to grab it, and he goes, I got it.
Yeah, he was so rude. He was like a pit bull the entire time. And then when I was actually trying to sound check, which, I mean, anyone who's seen one of our shows more recently
fun
where I
show, by the way.
sing,
That was a
it was a
fun show.
great
That was
show.
a
We
fun
turned
show.
that energy into something great.
Shout out to Too Much Swag. He did a great job. That was funny,
He
though,
was
right?
he was great.
For those of
he
you
was
who
great.
don't know who Too Much Swag is, he does this swag dancing
Yeah.
with his wrists,
Yeah.
and he was supposed to do 15 minutes. He only got through like one song.
No, it was a few songs. It was like 3 songs.
Because I remember we had time, but then Mark comes down and goes, dude, he's not gonna last.
It was like 3 songs. He was supposed to do more than that, but I think it was
like
it
a
didn't
song and a
last.
half. Like a song and a half. Because he like gassed out. He was like, and then he got tired because it's so much cardio.
Yeah.
You have to think this guy's going balls to the wall, like dancing.
I feel like he went a little bit longer, but
think
it was.
so?
I think it was more like we had to make the decision. Like, was it time? 'cause
Yeah,
we didn't-
yeah.
But it was great. He
That
did
was
a
a
great
fun
job.
night.
That was like his first big performance.
That was his
It
first show
time
ever.
getting paid ever.
That was his
like it was
first show
great.
ever, yeah.
He was like so stoked. But going back to
Yeah,
that
going back
sound
to the
check,
sound check, yeah,
oh my God, he was so rude. I sing really quietly, and I have like a little girl voice when I'm doing the thing, and he was like,
We're checking
being
Blue Machine.
Yeah.
I remember.
And he was being so rude. And I could see his girlfriend up there, and they were both talking shit about me, and I could just
Are you
tell.
sure that
Oh,
they
I'm
were-
so sure.
All right.
I'm so sure. I could like read his lips, like he was just
Okay.
talking. You know when someone's talking shit about you, you know.
Okay, yeah. But you felt it and everything?
Oh yeah, he was so rude to me. And he was like, I can't fucking hear you, you know? I'm like, I'm not a loud singer. And he just kept,
He said
was
that
like,
from the sound booth up.
yeah, he
top,
was just
right?
being so rude. And like, it actually broke me down. And I was just like on the
You
verge.
didn't even want to. You didn't finish the
I like
Chris, I
walked
remember
away.
that. She didn't finish, and I felt.
I stopped singing. I still did tambourine. I didn't walk away from the sound check. I just walked away from the
but
mic.
You didn't finish the song. I remember.
Yeah, I
And
put
then
the
you
mic
right away,
down. I was like, you
something
know what?
wasn't
I'm not gonna fucking like if he's not gonna do my vocals right, then I'm just gonna fucking be up here and I'm not even gonna bother singing. It's not worth my time, you know.
And so tell the viewers what happened the next night because you tried to mend it with him.
Yeah, I was like,
the show
hey,
night?
oh yeah, because it was past midnight.
Yeah.
So we had our like look our whatever line check the next day, and I went up to him and I was like, hey, it's a new day, and he was like, no, it isn't. I was like, really?
Whoa.
He actually said, no, it isn't, because technically he was right. It was the same day, but wow, what an asshole.
In his defense, though, okay, he might be a mean guy, but when you guys been in the music business for a while, I mean,
I don't think there's any excuse for that. I think you can be.
I want to bring up a point. Don't a lot of sound guys, audio guys, have a certain kind of, not to generalize, but don't some of them have like this kind of attitude, like this crap, like a bad attitude?
It's not uncommon.
But it's pretty common.
We've been pretty lucky.
We have been really lucky.
Like
but-
working with
but
some
you
cool
guys were-
guys.
Oh, because the filter is like.
When you travel with crew, it's different. But when you're
Oh,
dealing
you
with
have a
house
sound
crew,
person that travel like
Yeah.
a soundboard guy.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Most bands travel with their own sound, front
we had
of house.
How we had Chris, our Chris.
Yeah, I really missed Chris.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. Well, remember
Yeah,
Chris?
Chris is awesome.
Chris was awesome. He was our sound guy for half our tour or quarter of it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Interesting.
Yeah, there's just no excuse for that. You know what? It's really easy to just be nice. It's nice to be nice.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah, I remember the sound guy during our Elbow Room first performance when Ninja jumped off on stage. Remember the sound check there, and Mark was like being nice to the guy, and he was a little rude to us, but we did such a good job. He was nice to us after the show.
Yeah.
You won him over.
Yeah, we won him over.
Yeah, it takes more energy to be an
Yeah.
asshole than it does to just be nice.
Yeah, dude, I wish we could still do shows, man. I love.
I know, me too. I really miss it.
We get along. We're like Munchie's like a family.
It is a family.
Like everyone involved. Like,
Yep.
man, we still need to do Texas. Anyone out in Texas, like Monchi would love to go to Texas, right?
We'd love to go anywhere, man.
But I would love to go to Texas.
Yeah, that'd be
Me
great.
personally, have you been to Texas?
Specifically, Austin.
Austin,
Austin's
Texas?
so great.
If you're out there and you're watching this and you're a booker, hit us up. We want to do a one-off there, don't we?
Yeah.
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 That's another reason why I decided to do the Steebee Weebee show. I can't lie to you. Because Monchi, we're on a hiatus. And what better platform to keep it alive? Because if you think about my guests, I've had, you guys, Eddie, Mark. I want to get Momo. I want to get Dylan. You think Dave will hop on here too?
I think so. I mean, you're like his brother.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
my
why
boy.
wouldn't he? I love Dave.
Dude, he's helped us
Dude.
out so much.
He has been there
We are
for
lucky
me
to even-
through some
Come
dark
on,
times
dude.
in my life.
You've been in some bad band
It-
situations.
oh.
Right? Remember that tour bus, that crappy shower? You go. tell them about that.
Oh, the
You had this kind of a raunchy bathroom and stuff. You're like, oh, I don't want to take a shower. And
where the circuit breaker was like right next to the shower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Horrible. We have photo evidence of that.
You showed
It's
me a photo.
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Looked like Hellraiser coming out of the wall.
Yeah. You were on that
Yeah.
tour too? It must be nice tour buses, the filter ones, yeah?
We've actually gotten really lucky because we're a really small crew. So what happens is sometimes they'll open up they'll turn the back bunks into condo bunks. So instead of being
What are condo-
top, middle,
what are-
bottom,
oh.
they'll just turn it into a larger top one and a larger bottom one. Because we don't have as many people. So we just have condo bunks. So you can actually sit up in your bunk,
Wow.
which
Opposed to our bus where we had to lay down?
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, ours was pretty nice.
Oh,
too.
I loved it. It was
Thank you,
great.
Dave.
Dude,
Dave hooked it up.
so many things to Dave.
The Choaster hooked it up, didn't he?
He's just amazing. Just, you know what, beyond all the things that like he's hooked up, he's just a wonderful human
He's a
being.
good dude.
Heart of gold, like the guy you can like cry to, like, I don't know what's
I mean, dude, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. Because remember, that's how I met you, dude.
That's how like our
I met
whole
you through
crew
that.
like met. We all got united through Dave.
Through Dave.
Yeah.
And he let us, I mean, the warehouse and just, you know.
Yeah.
Dude, the
And Mark.
touring-
Mark actually was the one who brought me on board.
What?
Mark was the one who brought me on board.
Oh, let's talk about just a little bit, like your history. You have a long history with Money Mark, don't you?
Yeah, we
How many bands were you in with him?
just one. I played with his solo thing with Money Mark.
Yeah.
And with Fredo on drums.
Oh,
remember?
shout out to Fredo, dude.
Yeah, Fredo.
What's that band he's in? The
Bongaloids?
Bongaloids. Shout out to the Bongaloids.
Yeah,
man.
and he's also playing with Gogo
Yeah, dude.
Bordello.
And he did the Tucson Festival with us.
Yeah,
He's cool. He's
I've been in
chill.
a few bands with him. He's amazing.
How long have you known Fredo?
Oh my gosh, I've known Fredo since maybe 2004.
Wow, dude, you guys been
Maybe
in
longer?
the music business for a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your drumming just for a little bit.
Yeah.
Don't you have your signature drumstick?
I do. I have.
All right, that's big news.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the viewers a little bit about that?
I have my Chris Reeve filter stick that's kind of based on the Vic Firth rock stick. And it's
Where can
gorgeous.
the consumers purchase your drumsticks, man?
It's all through me at the moment.
So
Through me.
how do they contact you?
How do they contact
Get
me?
your drumstick, man.
Instagram at Reeve Music. R-E-E-V-E.
He's got his own drumsticks. Did you want to like plug something in too?
Oh, I'm an Aguilar artist all the way. Aguilar amps and
You're
speakers,
sponsored by
Fender basses,
So you
DR
guys are sponsored
strings.
musicians.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's really cool.
And the companies are amazing.
Do they treat you good?
We just got
really
sent
good care
this
of you.
amazing.
Tell me about the packages they send you.
We got one today
What'd you
from
get? What'd you get?
Ultimate Ears.
What's that? What is that?
In-ear monitoring.
In ears.
Aren't those expensive?
Yeah.
They're quite expensive.
Yeah.
But they
How much do they cost in the store?
$1,200.
$1,200.
But they're incredible. We actually, really sad story, at the end of last year, my in-ears fell off me and onto the driveway somehow
Really?
and got run over.
Oh no,
And
that's horrible.
We haven't figured out who did it. We don't know.
I found them though.
Yeah,
I was,
so
like,
I came
terrified
home
that
and
it
she was like this. She's like,
How'd
something
you find
bad
it? How
happened.
needless?
They were like, it was like dust. It was like plastic
Yeah,
dust.
she just picked up the wires and was
I felt like
But you
I'd
gotta
killed
pack-
this puppy.
Let's keep it positive. You got a package today.
UE took care of me. Yeah,
They took care of you.
they took care of me and we're all back up and running. And
Sent you.
I got new ears for for all the touring that we're about to do. They looked after me amazingly. They're incredible.
Want to give a shout out to them real quick?
I love Ultimate Ears. Everyone should have Ultimate Ears.
I don't know why I endorse these court because I have no affiliation with these things.
Yeah.
Check it out. Shout out to Pokemon.
Exactly.
I got this at Target. Wait, hold on.
Shout out to Target.
Shout out to Pokemon Trainer. I have never played. Guess how much I got this from Target. Take a guess. You guess, then you guess.
Okay.
$14.99.
$5.99.
You're closer.
Oh.
$3.88.
Wow.
Target.
It's a steal. I'm going to get me one right now.
So, on La Brea and Santa Monica, they got a bunch left. I mean, $4 for this Pokemon. Have you played? I don't even know what it is.
I haven't
game.
played it. The only time I've ever seen it is at a baseball game. The people in front of us were playing Pokemon Go because there was a thing on the field.
Yeah, I was proud when I went to Starbucks wearing this. I don't know why I felt so proud. I walked in there like, this is my new shirt. All right, easy, George. All right. Thanks so much for doing this, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Will you guys come back again?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
We had Eddie on here, yeah. How we doing on time, Bryce?
We're great. Yeah, we're good.
35, 40?
As long as you guys want.
But how we doing? We're at 40.
Whoa, that
time
just went by
flies,
so
man.
quick.
Time just flew.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Chris? 1, 2, 3. Wait, hold up. I gotta do it.
No,
over.
no.
You want me to die tonight?
You've never
I will die.
had anything bad happen to you.
Listen. Chris, talk to her. I will die if just 3 taps.
He is
And then I'm
not
clear, and I'm
superstitious.
clear.
I think you'll be okay, man.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Come on, please.
No,
Just 3
no,
on the shoulder blade.
no.
You know, you could settle this tonight and not do it.
All right, but I could do it to Chris on Chris's kneecap.
No.
You
What
could
do you mean no?
you could just let it
Dude,
go.
That's Chris.
Let
That's
it
a whole
go.
different
Let
energy
it
right
go.
What happens if you wake
No,
up
no, no,
tomorrow?
No, I'm not gonna let it go. I have to do. Chris, please, dude, come on, sis. Give me a
It's
break.
so ridiculous.
Chris, will you let me just 3 times?
If you've okay.
All right. Now it's time. This guy named Raymond's been asking about you guys. He's stuck in this dimension. His name's Raymond, but you guys know him as Little Ray. Welcome to Lil Ray's World Show. All I gotta say is kids' minds must grow. I got abducted by some aliens dropped in snow. Whoa. Stuck into a world I do not know. So join me in adventures now. And I promise not to have a cow. My name is Little Ray. Hey, hey. My name is Little Ray. Hey, hey, hey. So welcome to my world. To all the boys and girls. Welcome to Little Ray's world. God dang, man. What the hell is going on here? I'm in this red land. What the hell are you, man? You're a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and your name is Lex, correct? Listen, man, I don't know how or why I understand you, but no, I don't have $1 to give you, man. All right? I'm broke. I don't even know where the hell I am, man. Yeah, all right, Lex. I understand that you think you need $1 to take the train back to whatever dimension you came from, but I don't got any money on me, man. All right, man, I feel for you. So you're telling me you were chasing a triceratops into a cave and you ended up here, correct? All right, I feel for you. I really do, but I got nothing for you, man. I've had a tough couple weeks, man. You have no idea. All right, dinosaur man? Or whatever the hell you are? So just give me my space. I want to be alone, all right? I don't got any money to give you, Lex, the T-Rex. In fact, I wrote a song about you, man. And it goes like this. Lex, the T-Rex, I don't got nothing for you, man. So back on up, alright? His name is Lex, a T-Rex to my left. Man, he's trying to press my chest in the biodome net. I don't have $1 to lend to this pet because we just met. I'm about to get upset. I'm a play him like a game of chess. I'm full effect. He's a prehistoric lizard that just crept on the set. I'll kick Barney in his Lucky Charms if he tries to flex. Tongue and sharp just like a stegosaurus tail to his neck. Hey, Mr. Dinosaur, think you better jet. Better yet, you better get going. Olivet. Lex, the T-Rex. This is Lil Ray. I'll see you next week, man. Love you all. For another episode of Little Ray's World. See you all then.